shortish if we can, but it will give some of you an idea of what we do if you're not familiar with us totally, or give you an idea of other things that we do. So, okay, so I'm going to call the meeting open as chair. Present, Joe Fishwick, chair, Samantha Culpen, treasurer, Dawn Bridgehouse, trustee, Katie Rogers, trustee. As VI Talk is a CIO whose only voting members are its charity trustees, that keeps things simple, so you guys don't have to do anything, so just sit back and relax. Okay, so the minutes from last year's AGM, which was our first AGM, we have got a copy if anybody would like to see those later. I'm guessing you don't want us to bother reading them all out because they're quite long and everything, and I'm sure you don't want to be bored by all of that malarkey. So we also have copies of last year's Chair's, Treasurer and Secretary's reports for anybody who would like to see those later. Just grab one of us and ask. Okay, so Sam, are you happy with the minutes from last year's meeting that they are an accurate record of what happened last year? Thank you. Okay. Right, moving swiftly on to my chair's report. Please excuse me, I'm reading from Braille, and I realised recently I'm a bit rusty at Braille. I don't use it nearly enough, but I will do my best. If I lose my voice, I'm giving it to Katie or Dawn to finish off. Okay, so we're just into our third year as a registered charity, and I'm very proud of the trustees and volunteers who make everything happen. Our Facebook groups are growing, and we've added a sport group to the collection. For those who don't know, I'll just ad-lib, we've got our main group, which is for sharing ideas, information and support. We have a book club run by Sam, we have a travel group, and we have a resources group where people can share events or sale items or anything along those lines. So the sports group was created due to requests made by members of the other groups. We've had a couple of safeguarding issues over the past year, which thankfully we've been able to deal with quickly and effectively. We strive to be fair and to encourage group members to respect each other and show empathy. The members are all ages, backgrounds and abilities. We all have different levels of confidence and are at different stages in our journey with a visual impairment. For the fourth year running, this is last year, we ran our countdown to Site Village, and this time interviewed more exhibitors than ever before. In November, we began putting together a countdown to Christmas with lots of contributions ranging from demonstrations on Christmas card making, cooking Christmas treats, all sorts of gift guides, and even some funny stories and poetry, all put together by trustees, volunteers and members of the groups. This prompted us to launch our YouTube channel, and we're gradually putting videos on there. We're building a much stronger profile on social media, including Twitter, Instagram and LinkedIn. A lot of this is down to Tracy. Tracy was a VI Talk trustee, but for personal reasons she took the decision mid last year to step down. At the beginning of 2018 she approached us and she began working as an admin volunteer. She does this 2 evenings a week, and quite honestly we couldn't manage without her. She's done a wonderful job of raising our social media profile and ploughing through funding emails to determine which we might be able to apply for. Speaking of changes in trustees, we spent a long time recruiting mid-2017, and Dawn and Katie joined the team. Dawn brings a wealth of knowledge and experience as a rehabilitation officer. She is amazing at researching sources of support that we can signpost members to. Dawn has wide-ranging connections within the VI community, and this again brings skills but also an understanding of the needs of different people depending on their situation. Katie is our lucky charm when it comes to sending messages through Messenger, as she seems to get answers far more quickly than the rest of us. Bear with me. She has qualifications in childcare and so brings an understanding of our younger members and parents bringing up visually impaired children. From her own experiences as a blind woman, she brings great empathy to her role. Katie has been instrumental in starting our Messenger chats. These are monthly, which we will continue through 2018. These are a chance for people to come together and chat about a particular subject, share their knowledge and experiences, but also to support others. Sam, who took on the role of treasurer last year, still runs our book club on Facebook. Sam is our only trustee with a little vision and has done a brilliant job when it comes to creating leaflets, business cards, and even the cape for our name of the dog. I don't know if you've all seen that, but it's rather snazzy. Sam is enthusiastic, and when Tracy stepped down and Dawn and Katie were new to VI Talk, she was a great source of encouragement and support to me. We have other volunteers who do a multitude of tasks to help VI Talk run smoothly. Ian, who was a former trustee, runs our blog and writes an awful lot of content for it, but he's constantly on the lookout for guest bloggers. At the moment, he's putting together a series on all kinds of travel, and there have been some interesting, thought-provoking and even humorous posts. If anybody's interested in writing a guest blog post, just approach one of us and we'll give you the email address to contact Ian regarding that. Justin still records interviews for us, and although you'll never hear him speak, his help is invaluable. Jeremy is a recent volunteer and was the one who created the videos to accompany our audio for our YouTube channel. And in true me fashion, I completely forgot to mention Chris, who is Tracy's husband, and he puts the written blogs into audio and reads other audio for us, which enables us to put that onto our Audio Boom channel and share it on various groups and on Twitter, etc. Paul, who isn't an official volunteer, kindly met people at the station this morning, and he's done a heck of a lot more throughout the day as well, so thank you very much. Michael, who began VI Talk with me as a voluntary group back in January 2014, helps with our countdown to Site Village funding. Tracy and I had spent a lot of time sending letters to potential funders last year, and as some of them only meet intermittently, I'd completely forgotten about them. So it was a wonderful surprise when we received a cheque from the Dixie Rose Findlay Charitable Trust. We are extremely grateful to them for seeing something worthwhile in our application. We signed up to Easy Fundraising, and this has allowed people to raise money for us through online shopping at no cost to themselves. If anyone would like information about that, speak to Sam. We have recently signed up to Charity Choice, which will enable us to have a donate button on our website, which is being developed as we speak. A lady called Kerry, who lost her sight due to diabetic retinopathy, has begun work as a distributor for FM World. They sell fragrance, good quality fragrances and lots more besides. Kerry has decided to donate her commission to VI Talk. Kerry's story will be in our next newsletter. This is hugely generous and kind of Kerry. Looking forward, I'd like to say that being the chair of a small charity is wonderful and plain sailing all of the time. But honestly, sometimes it's tiring, frustrating and stressful. Despite all of that, I'm so proud to be one of the founders of VI Talk and to have been instrumental in gaining charity status. Do I wish we could do more? Yes, of course I do. I know that, like me, the other trustees have ideas that they'd like to make happen. We are beginning to work on more funding applications and looking for ways to bring funds into VI Talk. We are aware that for lots of blind and partially sighted people, life can be challenging, lonely and sometimes isolating. For some people, meeting with other VIs is empowering because they understand your situation. We would like to create opportunities for this to happen. We will continue to interview people with a story to share. Whether this is a talent, the story of their sight loss journey, their career, or a challenge that they have overcome. Listening to somebody else can again be empowering. The messenger chats will continue, and this month it's on all things cooking. There is so much more I could say, but I want to close by thanking the trustees and volunteers who work alongside me to make VI Talk run as smoothly as possible. I feel very passionate about this and know that if we carry on as we have, we will achieve more and be able to offer more to visually impaired people. Finally, promise, thank you to all of you for coming along today and to all the other members of VI Talk. Without all of you sharing ideas, information and supporting each other, it just wouldn't work. Absolutely, finally, I really promise this time. They're not here with me this weekend, but I need to acknowledge my husband and daughter who put up with me dashing in from work and disappearing off to send emails, conduct interviews, admin groups and everything else involved with VI Talk. I know they are very proud of what we've achieved, and in the background they are a great source of help and support. Thank you. Okay, even though she's not a trustee, but as I said, Tracy does an awful lot behind the scenes, and she has written a report as an admin volunteer. So Tracy, if you'd like to take the stage.
Thank you. Okay everyone, so this is my report to the annual general meeting of 2018. So the VI Talk AGM 2017 was held on the 18th of March last year. I continued in my role as trustee and secretary until August 2017. During this time I continued to record minutes of board meetings, completed written funding applications with the coordination of other trustees. The general day-to-day administration tasks were continued in my role. I was involved in the selection and recruitment of the new trustees that sit before you today. In August, as Jo mentioned in her report, due to personal circumstances, I took the decision to step down as trustee. I felt that I was unable to give the time and energy that it deserved for that role, and I didn't feel I could be an equal team player. It was a huge decision for me to make, as VI Talk had been such a big part of my life. A few months on, my life began to get back on track again, and I approached the VI Talk trustees to ask if they would consider me being a volunteer. This was agreed, and in January 2018 I became the VI Talk admin support volunteer, which I remain in post as to the present day. A summary of the role as that volunteer. As Joe's mentioned, some of the things that I've been involved in, but these involve helping the trustees to fill forms in, information gathering and compiling, and the bi-monthly newsletter that goes out to those that are subscribed. If you'd like to subscribe, you can get further details from us today. I volunteer 4 hours a week, and I complete the tasks that are requested of me, and I provide the trustees with a weekly update on how those tasks are being progressed. Another aspect of my role is to create and schedule posts, as Joe mentioned, across various social media platforms using an application called Buffer. So that is just an efficient way of managing the time that I have to be able to create all those. And they go across the media page that we have on Facebook alongside the groups that VI Talk run, and also on Instagram and LinkedIn. It has been a great opportunity to be able to volunteer my time again for VI Talk, a charity I strongly believe has a great purpose and a mission in providing information, ideas and support to visually impaired people of all ages and backgrounds, to promote the independence and inclusion and break down the barriers that they face on a day-to-day basis in every aspect of life. I look forward to continuing in my role as volunteer through to the next AGM in 2019. I give special thanks to all the trustees for their ongoing support and input into my role and the opportunities that provides. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to hand over to our lovely Sam for her Treasurer's report and financial breakdown.
Okay, so your Treasurer's report for the years 2017-18. Over the past year, we have been successful in our application for grants. One from the big lottery, Awards for All. This was for our website to be developed and facilitate our first AGM. The open day in 2017. At the time of writing this report, the website was still not ready for launch, and there is still the final payment to be made. We hope that this will be ready in a matter of weeks. The second grant was from Dixie Rose Finley Charitable Trust. This was awarded to enable us to hold this year's open day and AGM. Fundraising is an important part of any charity. It helps to provide support for our members. You can help do this by signing up to Easy Fundraising. There is no cost to you. Just sign up, choose your cause, hopefully VI Talk, then choose the shop you require. Depending on how much you spend, each retailer donates a percentage to your chosen charity, hopefully VI Talk. Last year we raised £33.61 from Easy Fundraising, thanks to those of who supported us. In other fundraising news, we are now linked to Charity Choice. On our website, when it is launched, there will be a donate button. This will come to us through Charity Choice. Again, doesn't cost much to press the button, only £1 here and there. Lovely, every little helps, as the Tesco advert says. Kerry, a VI Talk member, is an FM World consultant. She has been kindly donating her commission to VI Talk and a big thank you goes out to Kerry for this. For the coming year, we will be continuing to apply for grants with the view to holding events around the country to bring the VI Talk community together to support each other. Thank you for your continued support and for making VI Talk a great support network. Now, so for you financial breakdown, we received from the lottery £6,300, and from Dixie Rose we received £3,279. Various donations were a total of £361.20. We can't forget the 20p. And easy fundraising, as I've mentioned, was £33.61. Again, we can't forget the penny. Which gave us a total income last year of £9,973.82p. The extra penny there comes from a penny carried forward from last year's. That's all we had in the account at the start of last year. Our expenditure so far to Cosmic, who are developing our website, they have received from us £2,733. What's the final payment? There's another £2,500.
Yeah. Very
so
slow. They're not getting it till it's done.
They're certainly not. No. We had the catering for last year, which was £165. Printing was £46. Well, that said gin then, it says grin. Can't say gin to that. Grin, which is a organisation that we sign up to, and they basically let us know what organisations out there that we can possibly apply to for grants and things. It's actually been quite invaluable, hasn't it?
Yeah. Actually, we got the Dixie Rose through
Grin.
Yeah.
So that's a £15 yearly cost. And audio booms, so far, because they're now charging for you to put their content up there, we've made one payment so far to them, which was £8.87. There's another couple to go on there that will go on this year's report. So in total, we've spent £2,967.87. So brought forward to the current financial year 18-19, we've carried forward £7,005.95.
Is that your down payment on the Lamborghini?
Well, we wish, but there's £2,500 yet to still go to Cosmic on that, and we obviously have still got to pay for today, which we haven't got the invoice yet. That'll come through shortly, so there won't be a great deal left. But hopefully, with Dawn, Joe and Tracy, we can look through the green applications, find out what we can apply for, and organise some other events around the country to give other people that can't travel an opportunity to come and have like a mini open day, if you like, so we can get people together to give the support that you so fantastically do. So thank you very much, everybody.
Thanks, Dan. Okay, just while I've got you all quiet and listening, I just wanted to give a special thank you to Dawn's hubby, Paul, and to Peter Corbett, who's going to be speaking to you later, because they've been absolutely invaluable today, helping, and we couldn't have managed without you guys, so thank you. Okay, so any other business?
I'd just like to say, for those that specified what prints you wanted, size or fonts and things, I do have them here, and if you're in the room, I will be coming round to hand them out to you, which is just a rundown of basically what we've gone through today. But other than that, no, I've got no other business.
Okay, John? No. Katie?
We're now going to hand over to...
No.
Oh, she's eager.
No, she's good, she's good. Any questions from anybody?
Can I say something, please, Jo?
Yes, of course you can.
I mean, realistically...
Do you want to say who you are?
Sorry, it's Michael Allen.
Michael Farrell did the VI Talk with me back in January 2014.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like 2 minutes since someone said to us when we were looking for a name for an audio project me and Jo were doing, suggested VI Talk. It's 4 years on. I mean, I was working with Jo for 18 months, brilliant 18 months, but again, Unfortunately, just due to circumstance, it was time to step back. I just want to say to these guys who have taken it on, you know, you've done a fantastic job. We wouldn't even consider where we would have been where you are now a couple of years ago. From everyone here, I just want to really say well done, keep going, and let's see what the next few years have to offer as well. So thank you for your work.
Any other questions?
Is there going to be another one next year?
We hope so. We hope so. We haven't decided where. We are going to do some feedback on this. We're going to contact people. Last year we were asked to do it in a more central location, which is why we picked QAC, but also because we have a very good working relationship with QAC due to the site village coverage that we do, and also it seemed the ideal place because of being a college for, you know, special ed college. But yeah, so we will probably do a survey or something to see where people would like it next year, and if we can do that, we will. But as Sam said, we're thinking if we can get the funding, that we'd like to do smaller events more frequently in different areas of the country. You perhaps won't see all of us there, but for a couple of us in each area or maybe some volunteers to facilitate those, so that people can get together, and perhaps if you're not that confident at travelling, people can still have the opportunity to meet up with other people and maybe listen to a speaker or something like that. Okay, anything else? No? Okay, I will close this meeting then. Thank you very much.